What do you think a servant leader is?
21st century, doing something mean to it. Do it better than anybody you ever seen. Do it. Screams from the haters. Got a nice ring to
Servant
it. I
leader.
guess every superhero need his theme music.
A servant leader. That's a
To
good
have
question.
all that power. The clock is ticking. I just count the hours.
Someone knows how to do
I'm
it.
tripping off the power.
Servant leader. I really don't know what that is. Sorry.
I believe a servant leader is, basically someone who is a leader, of course, but they have a higher power that they have to listen to, i.e. a manager at a bank. They manage everything. Everyone listens to their rules. Everyone follows them. They look up to them. They respect them. But at the same time, that manager of the bank has a higher power to listen to.
What qualities do you think a leader has?
I think that a leader is somebody who they set a good example for everybody else. They lead by example. They have integrity. Someone with high character. Someone who is obviously a master of what they're leading others in.
Yeah, like they're like an individual and they don't really follow the pack. Like they have a mind of their own. And what else? I'm trying to think of a leader. Somebody that's just independent. I think that's a good word. A person that's independent.
I believe a leader is anyone who can adapt to any type of environment.
I think some qualities are that a leader should be able to think quick on their feet. They should be able to be put into any situation and just adjust with the movement. I think that a leader should disregard anything that anybody has to say, whether it's positive, negative, because at the end of the day, if you think that something's going to work out, you should just go with your first instinct. A leader should be able to work with all kinds of people regardless of their attitudes. You should know how to be placed in an environment and somehow make everybody communicate well together.
I think a leader is someone who knows how to lead and follow, and they know how to listen to the people in order to influence their actions, as well as have their own ideas to present to the people and use that to make them a stronger leader.
Okay, qualities of leader, you have to have communication skills, you have to be very diverse, you have to also have management skills and know how to work around people.
What do you think are some qualities of a servant?
A servant, I think, is someone who knows how to be reliable, dependable, and as well as they're not afraid to make their own suggestions sometimes, because you have to speak up even though you're a servant,
A servant is someone that tries to, basically is there to help you along with any obstacle or any situation. Basically, a person that is always there, you can call them and they're willing to help you. I think.
Do you think a servant can be a leader?
Of course. Everyone has leadership qualities and stuff, so
I actually do think a servant could be a leader because in a sense, I feel like the whole servant thing is sometimes you have jobs or you're put in certain situations not because of choice, but because you have to, and you can always grow from that. I'm sure there's some people that they weren't always rich and lived in a nice neighborhood. They had to struggle and work their way up.
No, absolutely not.
Think a servant can be a leader?
Yes. I don't think that because you're a servant, it doesn't mean you couldn't lead. In my own experience, I've started out as working in a restaurant as a server and worked my way into management. So I think being a servant can certainly teach you the ropes of leadership. Absolutely.
What do you think a servant leader is?
A servant leader is, they don't necessarily lead, they just represent people as a whole, kind of like activists. For example, Martin Luther King Jr. or women rights activists or even gay, lesbian activists. They just represent people.
Okay, how about this? So let's say a servant leader could be somebody that you are a servant, but you still have leadership skills. That's what I mean by the whole thing. It's not about you chose to do what you're doing. You still have leadership skills within you, but because you're doing that job, that's maybe the only reason why you're looked at as a servant. And that doesn't necessarily mean that within yourself you have low self-esteem or something. That just means that you were given this job and you have to do it. But essentially, you still have leadership skills within yourself to push yourself to get higher.
Someone who knows how to step down whenever necessary, and someone who knows how to step up to the plate.
Would you consider yourself a servant leader?
That's a good thing. In a sense, I don't know. Not that I'm selfish. I don't think I'm selfish or anything like that. So in a sense, yeah, I could say I'm a servant leader. In a sense, I do like to serve other people and accommodate my friends and my family and stuff like that. Like if I see them being down or something, like I would want to cater to them and help them out. I'm not
I think so. Yeah, I'm willing to help. I'm willing to step to the plate if it's a bad or a good situation. So I think so.
I think I was. I think I was when I was a servant. As long as I've nailed the definition. If I'm way off on all this, then maybe not.
Yep.
I believe we're all servant leaders, actually. You know, even CEOs have people to listen to. Maybe they have wives and, you know, mothers that they have to listen to. I believe we're all servant leaders. So yeah, I'll consider myself a servant leader.
Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah. Got a dollar in a dream. Yeah, I got a dollar in a dream. Real niggas on my team. Everything ain't what it seems.